the shifts first. Okay, so if I gave you this type of a question, which you are going to see, okay, and I asked you, if I mentioned that f of x is the dashed line, or in this case the red dashed line, okay, or the red dashed graph, and the g is the blue graph, could you identify what function takes place to move from the f function to the g function? Okay, so when you look at this, just in verbal terms, what's happening to our f function in order to get the g function here? Everything's getting shifted where? Positive. They're getting shifted to the right how many units? So this point here moves here. Everything's shifted 1 unit to the right. Okay? So when you represent a shift of 1 unit to the right, okay, what is that going to look like? It's going to be f of, is the transformation happening inside the function or outside the function? Horizontals is inside, so it's going to be x minus something. And again, what would this number have to be to represent this shifting to the right 1? Minus 1 or plus 1? Minus 1, right? Because what value of x gives you a 0 here? Plus 1, that was your shift to the right. Okay. What about this graph right here? If we start with our f function, what's happening to this in order to get to our g function? Okay, what you're looking for on it is looking to see, can you find a point somewhere on that graph that you can see is right on the grid marks? And so as you kind of search for f along here, this one's pretty close. Okay, you can keep searching this one here pretty close. You can keep searching this one's pretty close. Okay, and then again, as you keep searching down here, this one's kind of close, but not as close as the other ones. So these are the 3 different points that you kind of have to choose from. Okay, and then just look to see where are those corresponding points. And you don't have to check all of them because they should be consistent. Okay, but what's happening to each of those points to get the new g function? It's going down how many units? Okay, so this is going down 5. So we see what our transformation is. Because it's a vertical transformation, where is that going to occur? Inside our function or outside? Outside. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take whatever our f of x function is, we're going to leave it as it is, but we're going to subtract 5 on the outside. Okay. Now that f of x could be, again, absolute values, the quadratic, or the parabola, could be the square root, could be cube root, could be the cube. Again, any of the functions could be that f of x. I just want you to see that a vertical transformation happens outside of that function.